Well. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if this is your first time to Cerius Blaq with Cerius Blaq. I do reacts, and that's what I'm going to do today. Except this time, I have a guest in the house, and I am going to make him react to something he has not seen before. You click the thumbnail so you know what it is. Please, Slack Pack, give a warm welcome to DJ Switch.
Hey, what up, man? Good to see you.
Good to see you as well. Just first off the bat, I have been friends with DJ Switch for more than a decade now. We've done a lot of work
I think we're
together.
going on 15 years, bro.
15 years, yeah. Well,
something like that. Yeah.
I don't know what day it is now, man. So I just said over a decade. Yeah, no, but we've done a lot of stuff in the nerd circuit. He is a DJ professionally, and he does a lot of parties here in Portland and other states sometimes too, and internet stuff. And speaking of internet stuff, I've actually been doing some work with him as of late on the internet, and I wanted to share with y'all what I'm talking about. And that would be this. So this is a show that he started over on his channel, which is DJ Switch PDX on YouTube. And he had me as a guest. Switch, would you mind telling him about what we did over there?
Yeah, not at all, man. So I decided I wanted to create more content this year, and I really want to be a lot more intentional with my content. And so the goal is to create content around with the intent of providing a service, right? And so I started this show called This Week in Vinyl, where we're sharing records that are going to be coming out. So it's nothing that's out yet. It's stuff that's either being repressed or getting a first pressing, or stuff that's going to be coming that we're stoked to see on record shelves. And so I was kind of playing around with this idea. And then you were like, hey man, let's do some stuff together. And I was like, well, what about this? I could show you records every week. And you're like, yeah. And that was the whole conversation.
And he's absolutely right. He wrapped it up in a nutshell. That's exactly what we did. Yeah, I had a lot of fun over there, and I would love for y'all to go watch it because he dropped some gems on me for vinyls. Most people know that I am a vinyl collector again. And so it's good to have a friend who actually knows about stuff that is coming out and telling us about special pressings and stuff like that. So I will drop the link to our first episode in the description of this video if you want to head over to his channel and check it out, which you should. I would appreciate it. Now,
we should have the second episode up probably soon. I don't know. We're recording this on a Sunday and new episodes come out Mondays. So this should be up probably around the time you all see this, or maybe shortly after you all see this.
Correct. He's correct. Now, that being said, I'm introducing you to XG finally.
I've heard about this group XG, and I still haven't really had a chance to sit down properly and enjoy some of their stuff. So I'm really looking forward to this.
Yeah, I think you're going to enjoy this a lot. I think that the mix of things that they do will definitely be up your alley. So when I thought about who's another person I could subject to XG, it was you. So that being said, let me share this right here. Okay. So this is the group. Now, XG is a 7-member Japanese group. Okay. I was gonna say girl group, but I don't say that anymore out of respect, and I'll explain. So, going with the members, we'll scroll down here. Let me know if you can see this, okay?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. This is Jurin. This is their leader of the group.
Okay.
She is their main rapper, and you could consider her a sub-vocalist, but also one of their main dancers. She helps out with the choreography a lot.
Okay.
Okay. Chisa is the sub-leader, and she is the main vocalist.
Okay.
Can you see her okay?
Sort of. She cut off a little bit, but
yeah,
I think that's more the photo than the screen. The photos, it's like a vertical photo, so it looks a little smaller.
A little smaller, yeah. Well, you'll get to see them a lot, yeah.
Also, I can see her eyes and nothing else.
Yeah. Interesting. It's good. She's beautiful though.
I believe you.
And then the third member is Hinata. She is a vocalist, but also a main dancer.
Okay.
And then you have Harvey, whose real name is actually Amy Janet Harvey, but she goes by Harvey. Actually, quick thing, Hinata is Japanese and Korean.
Okay.
Harvey is Japanese and Australian.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Yeah. Harvey is a main rapper. She does vocals too, and okay, all of them are dancers. You'll see. And then Juria is the other main vocalist. It's hard to. Okay, she's professionally cute, like all the time. But she is also a great dancer, and spoiler alert, but as of late has started rapping a little, and it's been interesting. And then you have the second to the youngest member, Maya. She is, and I guess the best way to describe her is an all-rounder. She is listed as a main rapper, but she's also a sub vocalist and a dancer.
Okay.
And then you have Cocona, main rapper, but again, also does some vocals, also dancing. And this is also why I said this is not a girl group. Cocona has recently come out as masked non-binary.
Okay.
And they have had top surgery, and they are using he, him pronouns. And so the group XG, in its initial, used to stand for Extraordinary Girls. The company has since changed their name to Extraordinary Jeans to respect Cocona.
Well, I appreciate that they're being respectful. I can't think of a lot of American like corporate music labels that would like be willing to rebrand. Like, it's not a lot of rebranding because you're still using the letters XG, but like still there's some rebranding involved there. And I really appreciate that they're willing to go through a rebrand to respect the identity of one of their main members of the group. That's really impressive.
It really touched a lot of our hearts. And I'm a big fan, and the fandom name for them is Alphas. So I consider myself an alpha.
Okay. And is that what the Alphas is up in the corner there?
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah. To explain a little bit more, they debuted maybe about 4 or 5 years ago, and they went through a big training. They trained in the Korean K-pop kind of market, so they had that. They trained like that, but they always are intentionally intending to be a global group. So they're not K-pop, and they're not J-pop because they're Japanese. They're X-pop, because they don't want to necessarily fit into either one of those categories because they make international music. So here's and this is where it got confusing for a lot of people at first. They can sing and speak in Korean, Japanese, and English, but all of their songs are in English.
Okay.
But like they still do other stuff in Korean and Japanese, and like sometimes all three.
Yeah.
So that's what you'll get an example of that today. And so I'm going to run you through some of their induction into the music world and just go from there. And I'll explain a little bit as we keep going along. Let me switch over to this screen here. So the first thing we're going to watch from them is a release called Move Number 1. So what they did when they first came out, the first thing they dropped was a dance video. So
interesting. Okay.
No music, right? No lyrics. I mean, there's music. There's not one of their songs, but they're just doing a dance performance. And I believe this was just to showcase that, like, if you've watched other K-pop groups or J-pop groups, you see them do dances and choreo and all that. But I think it was not like this. So let's just get into it. You ready?
I'm ready when you are, man.
Okay,
let's go.
Let's see if we can blow this up a little bit. Yeah, I want you to be able to see that. All right, here we go. It's a little dark, but we got this going. This is XG Move Number 1.
Yeah. They ain't gonna like it. They ain't gonna like it. I've been getting to the money. Everybody mad.
Okay.
Everybody mad. Same old moment with the pop, 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 pop. Same moment on the trap. Everybody hated on the then he bounced right back. I been getting to the money, money, everybody. Everybody mad.
The mix of styles is really incredible here.
How you doing over there?
So, all right. So, I really dig how much they're paying attention to the packaging, which is something that like is it's like the term packaging in music is such a like unsexy term, right? But really that's the thing that like kind of separates the amateurs from the professionals is when you get into like this level of packaging where everybody has a cohesive outfit, everybody has a cohesive look, and these folks even went so far as to like cover their faces.
Yeah, I'm glad you caught that. I was going to talk about that.
Yeah, so because I know like you got dance groups like the Jabberwockies, right? That'll cover their faces because the whole idea here is not that they are individuals, is that they are a team, and what they're doing as a group is more important than what each person is doing individually. And that's where a lot of dance groups will cover their faces for that reason, right? And so like I appreciate how much attention to detail they put into their outfits, into their packaging, and into sort of creating a narrative where they go, look, world, this is who we are, this is what we're doing, and this is just the start.
Yeah. That's exactly what this was, because a lot of people didn't understand at first, like, why are their faces covered? You can't see who's who, or is this a new group? Like, they really, this was the first thing they dropped and released, really, and it was a mystery. You know, it was like, it was building the intrigue, I think, because, like, they do this same performance later without their masks after they've released other things. So, like, as they make slower introductions and all that, then they do this performance again and go, like, now you can see who's who doing what in that performance. But I dig the sample that they used, the music, which was a mix of something. But I like the energy because I don't think you see a lot of that in the traditional K-pop realm or J-pop realm of like somebody coming out as a dance group.
Yeah.
Right. But anyway,
but the way they're mixing styles though, like that's the thing that really caught my attention, I think, above all else is I was seeing like contemporary styles, I was seeing modern hip hop styles, I was seeing fusion styles, like, and they were sort of blending a lot of different things, and you could hear it in the music and you could see it in the moves. They were basically presenting themselves as like, hey, we've got a lot to bring to the table, and we're going to show you just a taste, a little bit of all of it right now before we, I assume like if this is going where I think it's going, they're going to sort of take their time over time and lean into one or two styles and kind of like really showcase the level of depth that they have. This was less about depth. This was more about like breadth, right? Like, you talk about like the difference between a deep well versus a shallow lake, right?
Right.
This is them showing the lake, being like, hey, this is how broad our skill set is, and then later they'll show the depth.
Okay, I think it's pretty accurate. Gosh, Alpha Slackpack, I can't wait to see or hear what he thinks about this journey, y'all. This is gonna be crazy, right? You know that, right? Okay.
Anyway. I haven't done reacts in a minute, dude. So I'm like, not for nothing. This is a couple of years of pent up not reacting. Like, yeah, I'm gonna try to bring the best I can to the table here.
Okay, so the other thing that they did, again, like I also too think you're gonna really appreciate the marketing here, is they then released a series. Again, this is before any music videos have dropped, and this is before an album has been announced or anything. They released a series called XG Vox, which features their vocal line. You mean they have 7 members. So what they did was they made XG Vox and they made XG tapes. So Vox follows little performances to highlight what their vocal line can do, and tape follows what their rap line can do.
Yeah.
And so what we're gonna
Like
watch
mixtapes.
next, what we're gonna watch next is the first Vox performance, which features members Juria and Chisa, which are the two main vocalists.
Okay.
And they are doing a cover of Justin Bieber's Peaches.
Oh my God, that's gonna be good.
Right? All right, you ready?
Yeah, let's go.
Oh, okay, let's go.
I got my peaches out in Georgia. I like the trees in California. I took my man up to the north, yeah. I get my labor from the source, yeah. Oh, say, oh, it's the way I breathe you in. It's the texture of your skin. I wanna run my arms around you, babe. Never let you go. And I say,
If you need me to pause at any moment, you can say so.
Yeah, pause it for a sec.
It's the way you left me out.
You okay?
So, all right, here's the problem I'm having, and like this, I really want folks who are listening to this, like that are seeing this, to just kind of bear with me for a second, because let me just start by saying they're not the problem. Okay, here's the problem I'm hearing. Whoever it is that's producing this is leaning a little too heavy on the auto-tune for my taste, and I think it's very clear that these performers. Again, I can't remember. I don't know them well enough to track like which one's non-binary and which one's not. So like, I'm gonna try to stick
neither one
to,
of them in here. So
okay, well, I'm gonna try my best to stick to neutral pronouns as best I can, just because like I'm not gonna know as we go through. But these performers clearly have an incredibly high level of vocal talent. They've got incredible control over their runs. They've got incredible control over their breathing and technique. And when you layer that with a lot of auto-tune, it starts to feel to me like the people on the production side don't have confidence in the performers. And that frustrates me because these performers, now I realize this is early on for them. So like maybe that changed over time, like as they got bigger and sort of like dialed this in. But what I'm hearing, like to my ear, what I'm hearing is a little too much auto-tune that reads to me as a lack of confidence in the performers. And I think it's unnecessary. I think these performers clearly know what they're doing and the producers shouldn't be trying so hard to rein them in. But that's just my opinion.
That's technical DJ switch right there. That's the engineer DJ switch right there, picking up on those things. I can tell. One thing I did forget to mention too is like, while I did say all of their songs are in English, when they first started out, they were still learning English as their third language. So maybe some of the confidence or lack of confidence might be in that. The fact that they were worried about pronunciation and things like that. But you know what? I don't know. But I think you could be right too. They might have just said like, well, maybe we should back them up a little bit for something, you know.
Yeah, I mean, that's entirely possible, but that's not something that auto-tune's going to fix.
True. Okay, see, I don't even know.
Yeah. So let's keep it going though. I want to hear some more of this because I like this.
Okay. I took it back a little bit more, so let's go now.
I wanna run my arms around you, babe. Never let you go. And I say, oh, there's nothing like your touch. It's the way you left me up. Yeah, and I'll be right here with you. I got my peaches out in Georgia. Oh yeah, shit. I like the trees in California. That's that shit. I took my man up to the north. I'm a badass bitch. I get my light right from the source. Yeah, yeah. Ooh, you ain't sure, yeah. But I'm for you. All I can want, all I can wish for. Nights alone, that we miss more. Days we save souvenirs. There's no time, I wanna make more time. And give you my whole life.
You hear that run, dude? That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
Hate to leave and call it torture.
That's Chisa. And that's Juria.
Hey.
if your bag is throwing more. Yeah. Got my peaches out in Georgia. Oh yeah, shit. I like the trees in California. That's that shit. I turn my man up to the north. I'm a badass bitch. I get my light right from the source. Yeah. I get the feeling, so I'm sure. Hand in hand because I'm
pause it real quick.
I can't
So-
pretend.
So one of the other things that I'm hearing, right, is the one that's the one on the right here. Or now she's on the left.
Okay, Juria, yes.
With the pink pants. Yeah. Okay. So she made a decision to go into her head voice.
Yeah.
And a good singer, a well-trained singer should have control over their head voice, but the way that you can kind of tell the difference between a well-trained singer and an artist isn't in their technical ability, it's in their decision making, right? She made a decision to go to the head voice there. That says to me that she's playing with the melody line. She's playing with the notes that are supposed to be there, and she's kind of making it her own there. And that's what separates like a good singer from an artist to me. And so like when I clocked that head voice and I realized what she was doing, I was like, oh, okay. So not only is she well trained and have incredible control, but also she's making decisions that make sense in the moment and is creating something different from what we're used to hearing in the original.
Oh yeah, absolutely. They I'll tell you this too. Like they have an incredible team. The production team behind XG, from everything to the visuals, to the hair, the makeup, and then even the way the songs were written, like everything's intentional. I'll say that.
Oh, yeah.
And they did. I do believe after watching the documentary that you got to see that they had a lot more freedom than a lot of other groups did. Because certain singers get told you have to sing it this way.
Yeah.
Because that's what but I think that because like I've watched a lot of live performances, and there's differences in all of them on how they carry a note.
Yeah. Oh, and that goes right back to what I was talking about on the last video, which is the packaging, right? It's very unsexy to talk about the fact that there's a whole team behind these girls or these performers, excuse me. Yeah. And that team is probably like in the wings being like, do it this way, try it that way. Like, like they're excuse me, they're creating a product. Yeah. And that's not like sexy to think about, but also when they can do all of that and still create something this great, like that's where it gets impressive to somebody like me that's been in the business for 30 years.
Normally I would say that it's actually not sexy, but you know what? When you watch their journey, many of us alphas have found it heartwarming because that typical team that is behind those lines, it feels like they actually really care about what these girls want and what they want. It's not just they're not a product.
Yeah.
They're like they are and they're not, but like the team doesn't treat them like that. And then a lot of the tips or what changes that they decide to do come from each other, from the members, and they'll say, "Hey, no, girl, don't sing it like this. Actually, I think you'll sound better." Or like, do your elbow like this, and when we do this move, you'll look doper. Stuff like that.
It's attention to those details that really kind of help polish things up a little bit, man. Like, you take something that sounds nice and looks nice, and you put those little details into it. Now you've got something that's going to make people sit up and pay attention.
And you were right too. Both Juria on the left and Chisa on the right have been training for a long time, and they worked on their vocals since they were kids. But then they went through an academy to do.
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah, like they went through a training camp to get to this point. And keep in mind, I don't remember how old they are here, but they none of them are older than like 23 right now. So and it's been like 4 or 5 years. So
let me tell you why I roll my eyes at that. I wish we had more support for the arts here in the US.
Yeah.
The way that other countries seem to. Because, like, I'm going to tell you right now, getting into that, like, it's not that we don't have art schools. It's not that we don't have music camps here in the U.S., but, like, they're so hard to get into. And they're so underfunded here in the U.S. And it's as an artist and as a musician, like, it's frustrating. Because that's what a lot of people don't know about me, man. Like, I started DJing in 1998, right? I was 14 years old. But I had already been playing saxophone for several years. And as I was coming up as a DJ and as a young audio engineer, I was also joining the local college band with my saxophone at 16. And so by the time I graduated high school at 18, I walked onto the college band and paid for my first year of college with my saxophone. Right.
Yeah.
I was classically trained. I was jazz trained. And I was, I found a level of success with my saxophone that got me to a point where I realized in my freshman year of college, 02 to 03, no one was hiring saxophone players. And so I had to, at the time, it just, nobody was hiring horn players. Electronic production was everything. And I stuck with the DJing thing because I was making money at it.
But no, that's really cool that you did that. In fact, like,
man, you give me hell for causing mischief on a stream.
Yeah, well, it's different now because I'm doing it. Anyway,
get out of here with that.
Let me go back a little bit more. Here we go. And then I will continue from here.
From the source, yeah. I get the feeling, so I'm sure. Hand in hand because I'm yours. I can't pretend I can ignore. You're right for me. Don't think you wanna know just where I've been. No, don't be distracted. The one I need is right in my arms. Your kisses taste the sweetest with mine, and I'll be right here with you to the end. I got my peaches out in Georgia, oh yes shit. I like the trees in California, cause that's shit. I tell my man up to the north, I'm a badass bitch. I get my light right from the source, yeah. I got my peaches out in Georgia, oh yes shit. I like the trees in California, cause that's shit. I tell my man up to the north, I'm a badass bitch. I get my light right from the source, yeah. I get my peaches out in Georgia. I like the trees in California. I get my peaches out in Georgia. I like the trees in California. Yeah.
I like that stage piano.
Around you, baby, never let you go.
Yeah, that electric stage piano, just laying down the chord vibes, like that's real nice.
Yeah. Again, that's what I mean about the choices.
Yeah,
about the choices, and it really. But yeah, that was them. Also, like, I'm pretty sure that I gotta find you those pink pants because I'm gonna make you wear those.
Man, I don't know if I can wear those as gloves. But I gotta tell you, man, it says a lot to me, as somebody who's been around music for a long time and has had the kind of ear training I've had. It says a lot to me that my only notes were for the production people. As performers, I think they're doing an incredible job already. And I'm looking forward to seeing what happens as they kind of grow and mature, and they, sort of like.
You're gonna see a little bit.
Because how long ago was that? How long ago was that Peaches video?
Let me see. Let me look it up. Let me see. It probably says it right on there, but I wanna like look.
Because that's the kind of
that was 2022.
Oh, that's okay. Not that long.
Yeah.
I mean, so a few years. I mean, a few years. It's been long enough, right? It's been 4 years at this point, and I'm assuming that it's all the same original talent, like the same original members.
The same members are all there. I can't say the same thing about production.
Okay. Yeah. See, and that's the thing is like, when you're starting a group like this and when you're trying to kind of build something, like you have to find it's just like any business. You got to find the right team members that make the right fit, the people that work well together, the people that make the right, decisions that complement each other. It's a process. And especially when you're operating at this level, man, like anybody that you see that's putting out this quality of product, there is a whole sea of people behind the camera to make sure that something like this comes out looking the way that it does and sounding the way that it does.
Yeah. With the budget that you have at the time.
You're right. Yeah. That's the other thing. Cause that Peaches video, what was that? Like that was a camera and maybe like a light op, like,
Yeah.
you know, I can tell you that was studio vocals. That was not, they were not singing that shit live on the camera, but nobody does that. Nobody shoots videos and like has live vocals in the videos. That's not really a thing usually. So like those girls probably sang that in the studio and then lip synced it for the video, and that's fine. Like it's still them. And
I honestly don't know if they did or not. I just like the way it sounds.
Oh no, those handheld mics did not sound like that. There's no way. But that's fine. That's fine. That's not the point. The point is they're creating something that is it's very high level with not a very high budget. And I can tell you as like the DJ for a local Portland artist that has recently started, attending the Grammys and stuff, like a lot of his early videos were just shot on a cell phone, lip syncing to stuff that he recorded in studio. And then you just kind of cut together something later based on, dude, he was shooting videos on like active bridges in the middle of Portland with like traffic going behind him and stuff. Like, yeah, like that's what you got to do, man.
Yeah, you got to do that stuff. Yeah.
So like, huge amount of respect for what is obviously a very cohesive vision early on, and a team of people that are working to put out their best possible product. Like it shows. It really shows.
Thank you for saying that. I'm going to show you this next thing. So this is the first tape release. And this is XG
showcasing the hip hop stuff.
Yeah, showcasing the hip hop stuff. And there's it's two members. So in the Vox, you just got to see Chisa and Juria. Now you're going to see Jurin and Harvey. There are no subtitles for this, and I will tell you that this is one of their segments where they are going to rap in Korean, Japanese, and English. So we're not gonna understand everything, but the feel will be there, and you'll see what I mean.
I love that they break off, like, you've got a couple singers, you've got a couple of rappers, like it's like they're kind of like breaking off into smaller groups, and then they'll come together like Voltron later.
Yeah, exactly. Actually, that's a pretty good analogy. Yeah,
that's super dope, man.
All right, so here we go with Jurin and Harvey doing Chill Bill, as in, well, I think you know this song, so here we go.
Oh no.
Yeah.
You're right, I do know that song.
Jurin looks deceiving. YIM making babbles, robbing babble. Apex of the hard ice skin. Slam bars, hit a lit, killer flick. Pirate on the beat, boss got flames. Cyberpunk, neon lights in your mind. When I rhyme, make your eyes dilate. Fly for a purpose, mom's gotta eat, and a girl gotta live. Eat. Ride for the drive, I'ma die for the drive, cause the girl gotta leave. Eat.
That hat is everything.
Now to the plan, get it. Tunnel vision through the neon glow. Bust a flow, what you see and fall. Ay, it's your Nissan. So go get it done, it's a freestyle. Running shades, majimabushi na. Men on my killa shita mila iga. Yeah.
By the way, each Nissan is 1, 2, 3 in Japanese. So you're wrong, I do understand.
Nobody can imitate, no. Cheer me up, 마다타리 나의 스즈나미からビッグウェイバトルも肉とすら感じる瞬きが Don't wanna miss it, no Don't wanna miss it, no 出て毎回全てがハイライト 突き抜けた先ある世界確かめたいな I'ma show you around with the lead, no Ellis Push down, make it feel flat, no malice But when your ass got clean, it's a habit
Style is crazy.
Boys gotta have it Young bottom balls with it Amy got a foe, send a penny for your thoughts. Your gimmicks flow with my chit chest closed like a big cat. Punchlines make you run it back, no tenant. Throw that gas in the floor right past my waist gon' scream. Street book, get your book gas when my lights they're still green. Rat race funny when I'm mugging all the cheese. I was 2020 cause I get it from my G's. This life tastes got too, yeah, pay the fees. I'ma get it how I live, yeah, I'll be doing me.
I would love to see the behind the scenes on how the lighting was set up for this. Because like you had the tube lights in the corners of the stairwell. Those are, $100, $200 a piece. And you can rent them for a lot less. But then you had somebody, it looked like somebody had like a spotlight or a key light or something behind the camera that was like they were like following them up the stairs, which was crazy. Just the idea of some dude with a camera and then another dude with a light, and the two of them are walking backwards up the stairs trying not to fall on their ass while these girls are rapping their faces off. Like,
yeah,
I don't know, man. That's just
I mean, I could barely walk up the stairs and talk. So, I mean, but like you said, maybe they were maybe they wrapped it in the studio or whatever, and then filmed it, whatever. But I just liked the way it looked. It was cool. I love the fact that they used that beat.
Yeah. Again, I don't have a lot of notes for the performance. Like, it's good stuff. I felt a little bit like, now let me ask you this. Was this do you like, and you may or may not know, but was this improvised, or was this like a written thing?
Oh, I'm pretty sure this was. I feel like this is still part of their marketing strategy. I feel like this was a written thing.
So it's probably written.
Yeah. So here's the thing. The producers behind this were this dude named Chancellor, and Simon, also known as Jacobs, is the one who started this group, and he's the one who put them through the training camp and everything. And this is his baby in design, putting this group together. Okay. Simon is a foreign K-pop idol himself, former. And so when he said he wanted to put the group together, he was like, I want to put it together, international group. I want to make sure that they can all sing, dance, and for the most part rap. And he put them through everything. All of them.
Okay.
And so again, this is back in 2022. This is only like the second or third time people have seen them. It's just a snippet of like teasers of like, yo, this is what we're gonna be doing. This is what we're doing. So like, here's a bit of the dancing, here's a bit of our singing, here's a bit of our rapping.
Yeah, I did. So the first verse, I felt like some of the syncopation was a little bit off. And for folks that maybe don't know the term syncopation, basically it refers to when you are putting like accents or inflections on parts of the rhythm that don't fall directly on the beat. It's an old jazz term that just has been carried throughout the years. And like it was a solid verse. But there was the reason why I asked if it was improvised or not is because there was a couple of parts there where it felt a little bit like she was overdoing the syncopation. But she like almost immediately got like right back into a vibe and finished out strong. So yeah. So again though,
I think that because it was English and this is early English training, like I think there's like, because like I actually had to go and look up the lyrics to her first verse to understand how hard she flowed for a while, and maybe that's something we'll go over later because it was hard to understand what she was saying in some parts there,
right?
But once I read the lyrics, I was like, oh, I see why she put that together, and now it makes more sense.
Well, and that's where it's like it's so hard to judge this stuff, especially knowing that like she's rapping in what is ostensibly her third language.
Right.
So,
and then switching to Korean and or Japanese, which I honestly don't know which one.
Yeah.
But honestly, like,
and let me be very clear, I can't do this. Like I'm I've got a good ear because I've spent years training my ears and kind of living on the production side of things, being a DJ and whatnot. Like, but dude, you hand me a microphone, give me 2 years, I'm still not going to be able to do this. Like, this is high level stuff.
You're hilarious. Okay, so this is the way. Now we're at the last thing that I'm going to show you today, and this is their first music video for a song they did called Tippy. This is their debut song, their official debut.
Okay,
and so I'm ending this our session, XG session, with their first music video, but we're also going to look at the dance practice, and that's it. And the reason we're doing it this way is because as we continue our show over on your channel, again, for those watch, remember, we did this show over on DJ Switch PDX on YouTube, where he presents to me new vinyl releases, special pressings, and stuff of that nature every week, and it goes up every Monday, correct?
This Week in Vinyl, new episodes every Monday on DJ Switch PDX over on YouTube.
And we did our first episode last week, and I'll put the link in the description. But each week, I'm going to run you through another tape, another move, and then another dance, and then another video.
Okay.
And we'll keep going. And honestly, we're going to be at this a while, homie. So buckle the hell in.
So I was actually going to ask if we could make this like maybe the first of multiple sessions, because I would love to explore more XG with you. I'm having a good time, man. And it's very clear to me that these are some very talented musicians.
Yeah. I think you'll really appreciate what you see as you continue and watch them grow. But this is Tippy Toes.
Okay.
And let's go.
Hold up. Wait, go back. Hang on. Go back to that first frame. This
right here?
No, the very first, it's all of them standing there.
Oh, okay. Give me a second.
Stop. How many of them are actually in heels? The song's called Tippy Toes, but how many of them are on their tippy toes?
1, 2, 3.
I think I see 3, maybe 4.
Look, you're gonna see in a second. You're gonna see. Actually, you're gonna see some stuff.
Look, I'm having a hard time finding stuff to criticize here. I gotta dig deep. It's the internet, man. If I'm just positive all the time, nobody's gonna watch this. I have to say something shitty somehow. I'm having a hard time finding anything.
I don't like your boots. No,
okay, all right.
I don't really appreciate the way her foot is standing on the ground.
Do they all have to stand on both feet like that? Jeez.
Gonna keep you on your tippy toes. Watch the way we move, the way we work, the way we glow. They ain't ready for us, we about to wreck the game. On the back of us, they follow like a choo-choo train. This reality, yeah, we major league. Everything we do is worthy of a gallery. We gon' whisper to you super quiet, about to show them who's in charge, taking over with the pilots. Taking the lead, bringing the heat, yeah. Head to the sky, eye on the prize, yeah.
You know what I'm hearing? A lot of accent work.
You ain't seen nothing. What do you mean?
What I mean by that is that last verse of the one that was in the painting.
Yeah.
You could hear the amount of work that she put into the American accent.
Yeah, it starts to really become prevalent in a lot of when they start doing video releases.
But I appreciate how hard that is, because what a lot of people don't know, especially people that aren't from America, or excuse me, people that are only from America is what I mean to say. People who are only from America that are just sort of used to the way Americans speak, don't realize that the English language is fucking hard. The American version of the English language is kind of an even shittier version of English than they speak in other parts of the world. So like it's even harder. And then we have the American accent, which is wildly different than say like a British accent or an Indian English accent or an Australian English accent.
All the regional accents too in America.
Yeah. And that's not even including like a Southern versus West Coast versus New England versus
Midwest.
Midwestern. Yeah. And so like the amount of accent work that I'm hearing for them to be able to overcome what is probably a heavy Eastern accent. You know, you're in a lot of like Japanese folks, Korean folks, when they speak English, they usually have a pretty prominent accent based on their natural language. Right. And so these girls have clearly put in a lot of work to sort of westernize their accent when they are singing in English. And that to me says that like they're clearly targeting not just an international audience, but specifically like an American, like Hollywood audience. And
I think also what plays into that is their influences as well, which they talk about later in a lot of interviews, and their influences are very diverse. And so they're very diverse as well.
Yeah.
And let's go.
I'm sorry. Let's continue. I apologize.
All right. No, it's all good.
I'm hearing stuff, you know.
To the sky,
You ain't seen nothing yet.
Keep you on your tippy toes. Gonna keep you on your tippy toes. Gonna keep you on your tippy toes.
This would kill in a club.
Exactly.
Yeah, this would kill in a club.
That's the way it goes. Gonna keep you on your tippy toes.
Ooh. They hit him with the Michael. They hit him with the Michael.
I knew it. I knew when we got to the part you was gonna freak out. I knew. I was ready to.
Man,
pause.
they smooth like criminals up in here, man.
Look at that. Look at that.
They hit him with that Michael. Do it again. Do it again. Do it again.
Okay. Here we go.
Keep you on your tippy toes. Gonna keep you on your tippy toes. That's the way it goes. Gonna keep you on your tippy toes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bad girls on the rise, you a nuisance. Drop jaws like tongues in the nuisance. Got pushed out a queen, I'm in nuisance.
They just need fedoras.
Snacking on the world, it's something to give me more. When it's on, you know it's sober with your silly toe. Here's a tip though.
Oh, damn. That shot with the knife?
Yeah, I knew. Yeah, the cinematography is good too. So, by the way, so that the one you heard here rapping, that was Harvey.
Okay.
And then this is Cocona. So
snacking on the world, it's something to give me more. When it's on, you know it's sober with your silly toe. Here's a tip though.
That's a dope shot, dude.
And the zone try to stop us when we on the road. Heard a match, ain't nobody got our energy. We pack every part of where it's better me. Ooh, we owning it, coming in boss mode, take control of it. Ooh, they can't compete. Yeah, we going for the crown group masterpiece. Yeah, taking the lead, bringing the heat. Head to the sky, eye on the prize. We're on the rise. You ain't seen nothing. Lace them on tie. Gonna keep you on your tippy toe.
I just realized that the elevator said XG for the floor.
Gonna keep you on your tippy toes. Gonna keep you on your tippy toes. That's the way it goes. Gonna keep you on your tippy toes. We about to take flight up a level. When we step on the scene, we super beat.
We get an Inception up in here.
Right?
That we didn't come to play, babe. Here to dominate. I'ma keep you on your tippy toes. I'ma keep you on your tippy toes. I'ma keep you on your tippy toes.
I like that mascot where they had the hair and then they reveal the new scene from behind the hair.
Yeah.
When they turn, yeah.
That's the way it goes. Gonna keep you on your tippy toes.
Dude, this was their first video as a group?
Yes.
All right, it's official. I think I'm an Alphas. I think I'm a member of the Alphas. I think I'm a fan, dude. Because I was enjoying the early stuff where they were just kind of showcasing a little bit here and there.
Mm-hmm.
But if this is their first attempt as a group, dude, I guess only gonna go up from here.
You're right.
That's crazy.
Like, I honestly,
that's crazy.
I can't wait for him to see some of the stuff. Like, he has no idea how wild this is about to get, y'all. He has no idea.
Apparently, I don't, man. And, I mean, in this video, we got Michael Jackson, we got Christopher Nolan, we got a little bit of Slasher, dude. That was telling me that wasn't like some Scream shit where she was like rapping into the knife?
In the knife, yeah, I love that shot.
And dude.
My other little favorite part too is right after that when they go church and they make the little hand literally church, and I'm like, that's just a good detail. Like, that's fun.
One of the production decisions I'm still the most proud of to this day was I was watching my cousin was making a lot of Christian rap for a while. Okay. And he was living in like my parents had inherited a house from my mom's former parents. or former like in-laws, right? And so my cousin was like renting that house from my parents, and so I was like hanging out over there with him, and he was working on this song, and at one point he had a line called like where he said pull the plug, something pull the plug, and he had all of these like vocal layers and effects going on and whatever, and I was like, hey, you should cut all the effects and stuff right there and just go dry for that line. When it says pull the plug, cut all the layers and effects.
Oh, yes. Okay. I know
so that when you say pull the plug, it just goes dry for that line and then bring it back for the because it was right before the chorus, right? And so like cut the effects for that line, go dry, and then come back for the chorus to have all the effects back and stuff. And like he did that, listened to it, immediately looks at me and goes, yeah, that was the call.
As you explained it to me, it made sense to me. So
like whenever I see little decisions like that, whenever I see little stuff like the hands that make sense when they talk about being in church and they put their hands together, like little stuff like that, it's like I was talking about before, like it's that little polish that takes it from a good piece to a piece of art.
Yep. Well, now you're about to see something, a whole nother side of them. Like this is just the choreo for this song that we're about to watch. This is the dance practice, and the reason they do this is because this is closer to what they do on stage.
Okay.
So you saw the music video. This is more what they're practicing for when they do a live performance.
Okay.
Including what you see right now.
So this is just like tripod cam. This is just them.
Yeah.
Okay.
You ready? Can you handle it?
I don't know. Let's find out.
Let's go.
I mean,
gonna keep you on your tippy toes. Watch the way we move, the way we rip, the way we glow. Then you ready for us? We about to rip the game. On the back of us, you follow like a choo-choo train. This reality, yeah, we major league. Everything we do is worthy of a gallery. We gon' whisper to you, super quiet, about to show 'em who's in charge, taking over with the pilots. Taking the lead, bringing the heat in. Head to the sky, eye on the prize, we're on the rise. You ain't seen nothing yet. Ways I'm on time. Gonna keep you on your tippy toes. 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 That's the way it goes. Gonna keep you on your tippy toes. Thrift shop, keep it changing at 2 cents. Red gals on the rise, you a nuisance. Drop jaws, tight tongues, and a nuisance. Got pushed out of
I appreciate the commitment there.
You're right. Then I catch a ball. Snacking on the world, it's about to give me more. When it's on, you know it's sober with your silly toe. Here's a tip though. Gonna keep you on your tippy toes. In the zone, try to stop us when we on the roll. Heard a match, ain't nobody got our energy. Will you pack every part of words for the night? We owning it, coming in boss mode, take control of it. They can't compete. Yeah, we going for the crown group masterpiece. Yeah, taking the lead.
Oh, my back.
Head to the sky. Eye on the prize. We're on the rise. You ain't seen nothing.
Dude, we are so old.
Lay someone tight. Gonna keep you on your tippy toe.
Yeah, right. I can't do none of this.
I couldn't do none of this when I was young.
Gonna keep you on your tippy toes.
I love that little footwork move.
Yeah. It feels very very Usher, very Pharrell. Yeah. Who else had that style? Oh, Neo. Neo does a lot of that kind of footwork.
Yeah, he did. That was nice.
Yeah, the transitions here are really smooth. And I appreciate that, like,
keep you on your tippy toes. Keep you on your tippy toes. Gonna keep you on your tippy toes. That's the way it goes. Gonna keep you on your tippy toes.
So That was cute. Okay, that was pretty cute.
Right.
The thing that I really appreciate about a video like that, right, is we not only do we get to see more of the process, when it's just a tripod cam, but how tight that blocking has to be so that it remains tight all the way through the song. Because it's easy to have tight blocking in the first 30, 60, 90 seconds. But when you're 3 minutes in, 3 minutes is a long time.
Yeah.
I was a wrestler in high school.
Me too.
3 minutes is a long time.
It is.
And so, like, when you have everybody dancing and keeping the blocking that tight, that really speaks to a level of choreography that, honestly, I've seen more famous groups that didn't have blocking that tight.
Yeah, and I wanted you to see that for that reason, because that is one of the things they get praised on the most. Like, they work really well together. Like,
yeah.
And like they really care about how they look collectively.
Yeah, that was actually the other thought that I had was like, you've got 7 people, which means you're managing 7 egos. And to manage 7 egos successfully is kind of a Herculean feat unto itself.
Yeah.
And that's part of the reason why I was asking, like, hey, is it all the same? Like, is it all the same talent? Is it the same 7 members now that it was then? It's only been a few years, but like, even a few years, like with 7 people sharing the stage like that, there's so many opportunities for, like social landmines. And
exactly. And they've managed to avoid all of that.
Yeah, that's crazy too.
And I think it's because of like I said, that guy Simon, because I feel like his marketing plan also had to do with them individually and collectively. Like, the way he designed stuff also gives everybody a moment in the spotlight.
Yeah. Yeah. The transitions are super smooth. I love the way that they are building the features into the, like building a feature into a choreo routine like that, is kind of like bare minimum stuff. But it's like they say with a lot of things, like it's everything starts with the fundamentals, right?
Yeah.
And the real difference between an amateur and a professional is how much control they have over those fundamentals. This clearly is a group that has taken the fundamentals and mastered them. And I'm really excited to see like what else they have. So yeah, if you're wanting to do this like every week, yeah, like I'm super in, dude. I'm really looking forward to finding out what else XG has to offer. I'm quickly becoming a fan.
I can't wait till he sees their budget grow, y'all. Because the videos are something. That's all. I don't even know what to say to him at this point. I just gave him a first taste, and like, look, just come back and watch him. Like, you got to see his face for this stuff, because you know what's coming up, y'all. You know what's coming, and I get to watch it again. Y'all know I'm a true and blue alpha. Like, By the way, the fandom named Alpha, and this is why I get to say the video is going to be good for you. They have lore. XG's whole lore thing is that they're actually aliens. They're an alien wolf pack, and that's why we're called alphas.
I'm gonna have to buy a hat. I already know, dude. Listen. A lot of, like, you can kind of see a little bit on the door behind me, but like, that's nothing. That is the tiniest fraction of my hat collection. Yeah. I think my hat collection might rival my vinyl collection, just because like I've always been a hat guy. I'm probably gonna have to go shopping for an XG hat. I think I need to. I've got a couple of hats from some of my favorite bands. I think I'm gonna need one of these too.
Hold off for a little bit until you figure out. Like, because there's, you know what? Do what you want. Never mind. If y'all can recommend a hat to him, go ahead. Put it in the comments. But
I like a flat bill. I'm a flat bill guy. Like, it's, listen, I'm 42 years old. I still dress like I'm 12, and I'm not going to be changing anytime soon. So
yeah,
if y'all could recommend a flat bill XG hat, I'd be happy to check it out. I'm a big black on black guy too. Like this Zelda hat, black on black. I love this design language.
It is one of my favorite hats that I thought about stealing from you. Yeah.
This and Ninja Turtles, right?
Right.
Everybody loves that Ninja Turtles hat. I'll have to wear that next time.
There was another one too. I think it might have been a Nintendo one that I saw that you had at one point that I really wanted. Or an Adidas one. I don't know. Whatever. Don't worry. I'm not over there, so I can't rob you yet. So you got nothing to worry about. All right. So Slack Pack Alphas, for those watching, thank you for watching. I hope you appreciated our conversation. I hope you appreciated me showing DJ Switch XG. I think he's going to love them. I really want you to go over to Switch's channel and check out his programming. Like, it's not just a show that I'm on, but he does a lot of cool stuff with music in general and tech. And
I'd love to have y'all.
And video games, actually. I was watching him play a video game just the other day. He didn't know I was there, but I was there. But yeah, I was watching.
So I'm doing live streams 2 nights a week, for Wednesdays and Fridays at 7 p.m. Pacific time. And what I'm doing is playing some video games, mostly chill video games, because I feature a lot of lo-fi music on my streams. But lately I've been playing a lot of Crimson Desert, which, man, I'm so addicted to that game.
Yeah, I can tell. He had concentration, quiet face on while he was playing. Like, he was locked in. He was like...
I mean, sometimes the fights get a little hairy in that game. You gotta kind of focus up a little bit, but that's what the lo-fi music is there for, man. Like if I can't chat to camera real quick, like, just enjoy some lo-fi tunes and give me a minute while I beat up the bad guy. Like, and then I'll be back with you, you know?
All right. We're gonna get out of here, y'all. Thanks again for watching, and we'll wish you a peace, y'all. And like I usually say, be safe, but stay dangerous. I'm out. We out.